Welcome, everybody. The NFL Draft is this week. I'm Joe with the Game House, and today we'll be doing an updated mock draft for the Chicago Bears. Okay, the Bears are on the clock for our second edition of the mock draft series here at the Game House. Make sure to tune back in for any teams before we get to the NFL Draft this week. Now, the Bears are a team that have the number one pick. We know what they're doing with the number one pick, so let's get that out of the way. As a reminder, we're going to be rejecting all trades. Just trying to keep it as realistic as possible because one trade, begets another trade and all that. So we're going to keep it with the pick, and as we see a lot of trade offers there, it might be the best thing for the Bears to maybe consider some trades. But if you have all these quarterbacks in the top four, but it's going to be Caleb Williams. So let's go and get that done. Guy who's maybe holds on to the ball too long, and maybe that might scare Bears fans a little bit after they had Justin Fields, who that was kind of his problem. And I don't know. I think he's proven he has really good arm talent. He can make plays out of structure. He's the pick now, but this sets up very interestingly for the Bears because I don't think Drake May's fallen. Obviously, they're not going to take another quarterback, but you can go Rome Odunze, Joe Alt, guys. I both really like those guys. I don't know. Probably not going to go. You could go edge rusher there. Probably not going to go Brock Bowers. I think I'm going to go Rome Odunze, the wide receiver out of Washington. Now they got Keenan Allen. They have DJ Moore. But, Rome Odunze is a different type of receiver who can win down the field, uses his size pretty well as well. So I think it just kind of gives a variation of what they already have. Help Caleb Williams now that he's here. They've already added to the offensive line. They've gotten some running backs in there. Get him in there, and then you can add later to the rest of the roster. All right, so at pick number 75, there's a couple guys. I think we're going to go Brandon Dorlus. He's a very versatile edge rusher, a guy who might be able to play a little bit inside as well, kind of gone back and forth during his Oregon career. I think that's, I'm not as high on him as others, but I do think it might be something the Bears are looking towards, getting some versatility on that defensive line after they did use a couple picks last year on the defensive line. All right, so pick number 122, their last pick in the draft, so they'll want to be hitting on this one for sure. This is, again, interesting here that I feel like I'm higher on some of the players than the mock draft database simulator is. That's all right. We're going to go through and see who we can get here. Obviously don't need a running back after they sign some. They don't need another wide receiver. Corner could be a good pick. You can never have enough corners. They've added linebackers in free agency the last couple of years. All right, let's end up going with Kyrie Jackson out of Oregon. He's a bigger corner. I think that could really be a difference maker for an NFL team if he develops well, can use his size a little bit better, can match up with some of those bigger receivers, and probably a different corner than the Bears have on the roster right now. So go Kyrie Jackson. So a small draft class for the Bears, but you're getting your stars, and they've really addressed the team really well in free agency. So we're going to start recapping their draft right now while the rest of the draft's finishing up here, and then we'll finish it up as well. Caleb Williams, number one pick. It's what's going to happen at this point. It'd be very shocking to see anyone else be the number one pick. Rome Odunze at number 9. Need another wide receiver for this offense. I could run Tyler Scott out there with DJ Moore and Keenan Allen, but I think Rome Odunze provides something different. Brandon Dorlus, an edge rusher, but also, can play a little bit inside as well. At least he did during his time at Oregon. And then Kyrie Jackson, another Oregon guy, a bigger corner on the outside to maybe give the Bears a little bit more versatility on that defense. So that is the draft. Let me know what you think in the comments below. We'll be going through all the teams like I mentioned before. For now, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.